What happened on July 19th in history? It is believed that on July 19, 1571, astronomer Johannes Kepler had an insight while teaching that led to the discovery of elliptical orbits. He discovered that the orbits along which the planets travel around the Sun are ellipses with the Sun at one focus, and described this in his first law of planetary motion. His theory basically describes why the planets are placed where they are, and Kepler's theory is the best answer we have to this day. On this day in 1799, the Rosetta Stone was discovered by a member of Napoleon's army. The stone would help scholars decipher the language of ancient Egypt, which was carved or written in hieroglyphs. In this writing system, characters were in the form of pictures. They could be symbols for pictures or symbols for sounds. The Rosetta Stone had a decree issued by King Ptolemy V Epiphanes in 3 scripts, including ancient Greek. By deciphering the ancient Greek, scholars could eventually decode the hieroglyphs. The Midnight Snack cartoon film featured the second appearance of Tom and Jerry on this day in 1941, and it was the first in which the characters were given their familiar names. The first cartoon, Puss Gets the Boot, had the cat named Jasper and the mouse without a name. On July 19, 1941, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill for the first time referred to the V for Victory sign at a campaign speech and began using it publicly. The hand gesture was introduced by a Belgian minister and a BBC broadcaster during the Second World War as a signal to the occupiers, the Germans, that the people are resisting them. However, no one could have known that decades later, the victory sign would also become a popular photography pose. On July 19, 1969, Apollo 11, which carried the first human beings who would set foot on the moon, entered the first lunar orbit insertion maneuver. These last stages of the lunar landing were tense for everyone involved. Next day, on July 20th, Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins would become the first, second, and third human beings to set foot on the moon, marking a giant leap for mankind. That was all on this episode in history.